Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to Let's Play Siralim Ultimate. So, first things first, when I was looking over the, especially for the last episode, and probably maybe the episode before that as well, but I think it was more noticeable for me last episode is well, I mean, at this point, I definitely know that I've come down with another cold, but I think I was affected by it last episode as well, especially because you know how sometimes when you speak, you can't really hear your own voice, and it's only when you hear it played back to you that you notice certain things. So yeah, I definitely heard it in my voice. Plus, I mean, other excuse me, other little clues like I was coughing a bit too much. I was just too caught up in the game, I didn't even notice. But anyway, other than just the very minor symptoms, I do feel okay, so it's not like I need to be confined to bed rest or anything like that. What I am gonna do though is this episode, we're gonna start off with finally crushing a bunch of Nether Stones to get Piety. And this is a bit of a dangerous thing, right? Because number one, the game will not ask you for confirmation. The moment you press A, the stone is gone, the Piety in the bank, and no coming back from that. The reason it's dangerous is because this excuse me, this menu, this list wraps around, so if you're not careful, I mean, I'm just gonna keep my hand off the left thumbstick entirely, because if you're not careful, you could accidentally go onto the last page, which contains your rarest Nether Stones, and if you're just on autopilot, you might end up destroying something that you did not want to do. And the reason I'm doing all of this is because we do I don't even know what prophecy task we completed. I think we had to just gain like Piety or something? Yeah, there we go. I think we got that from just doing 2 Nether Stones. I want to see how much, we still don't have that much. Let me grind, sorry, no, crush. Until we get 700,000. And yeah, I know we could wait until later, but doing it right now is going to save us a bit of time. Waiting until later would give us a bit of an edge in terms of the raw amount of Piety, but overall what you want to do is you want to do things that save you the most amount of time, rather than just giving you the biggest return in terms of numbers, because the most valuable thing in the end is your time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to awaken. So we needed Materium, Salus, and 1,000 needles. So I'm going to awaken Materium. And let me make a note of how much Piety we have. We have 680,000. And now if I take it all the way to 100. I want to see how low we get. And then this will give me an exact number for how much Piety is needed. Okay. To take a relic from... So we started from 680,000 to 100, and then we went down to 150,000. So obviously, if you do a bit of math, 530,000 seems to be what we need. 530,000 piety. Excuse me. 530,000 piety. So the next time we have 530,000 piety, we can awaken and upgrade all the way to level 100 another relic. Now I could go on crushing more Nether Stones, but I want to hold off a little bit. I want it to be a mix of Nether Stones that we're crushing and also piety that we're getting from the traditional sources. And there you go. You heard a Steam achievement pop up. That was for just getting these. Well, the achievement was just for unlocking the relic, and like the Steam achievement was for unlocking the relic, and then these other achievements were for empowering it, and that's another like 11 achievements in the bag. All right. With all that done, I think it's time to do some. Realm delving, so let's just go. No boss fights means random realm is good. Alright. Again, I apologize for the frequent coughing and throat clearing. I do have a bit of a cold, and okay, we should probably switch back to reincarnation. Because I think that'll be enough to deal with this round, because there's nothing there's nothing too awful. Have we donated? Yes, we have. Alright. Alright, alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, these Cerberus enemies are always a bit funky. Alright. Hey, we got a excuse me, an exotic realm, which at this point really is only useful to us because maybe we should be using Rabbit Dementia instead. But yeah, these exotic realms are really only useful to us as sources of loot, because I think we've already seen every single exotic enemy. And you know what? Let's summon some dudes. Maybe today's the day we finally get this card. Who knows? Alright. Alright. And we're killing these guys straight away, so that's good. That exotic boss enemy must have just had some other reason that they were being resistant to our indirect damage. Alright, you guys are spell mains. Frustratingly, you also survived. But not for long. Alright, You are pretty consistently dying straight away. That's good. Alright. Let's carry on. Let's go this way first. And that's the master of the realm, I believe. Yes. Well, yeah, let's just talk to you straight away. The Sparktail Master shouldn't be too difficult. I'll just do it like this. Alright. Hit them a bunch of times, but... Uh-huh. Okay. Wiped them out in the end, but they had some sort of retaliatory damage that hurt a few of our party members, but not enough to really threaten the team as a whole. It takes a lot to threaten the team as a whole. It's grown early on. Our build had a lot of holes in it, a lot of weaknesses, but it's grown into a very strong build that is hard for like almost any kind of enemy to take down. At this point, the only thing I can think of that would beat this build is another identical build, like going up against an identical version of itself, which, I mean, who knows, maybe one day the game will throw that against us, but the other part of it is, even going up against an identical version of a build, the AI would have to understand how to use it properly, and I don't think the AI in this game is that advanced to know that, okay, you need to kill and resurrect your own people as a way of, fuck? What? Are they taking poison damage? And, because that's a lot of damage that they took. Alright. Alright, you guys are down. I think we're close to getting another favor rank, maybe? Nah, not that close. Maybe once we complete this mini quest. Alright. Let's keep going. And let's see what we can find for ourselves in this episode. Yeah, I should be interacting with these. Oh no! The shipwrecks here don't do anything. It's only in Fryden's realm where the shipwrecks give resources. That's why. That's why I was confused. I see. Okay. Well, we're about to complete the realm quest, and this is also going to give us another favor rank. Ugh, man, what do you these guys, man. Stop it. Stop doing things and just die. There we go. Excuse me, I'm really sorry about all the coughing. But yeah, Pandemonium Shrine spawn chance is great. Although Nether portals, that's what I really like to see. Some of the really cool encounters you get through random Nether portals. Whereas Pandemonium Shrines, they can give you some cool things. They can give you treasure golems. That's always good. They can give you a bunch of emblems. Those are nice to have. But like, the Nether portals, those can give you so much more. Alright, let's keep going. And explore the rest of this realm and then just carry on, you know, as we do. And please, man, just give me your card. It's been so long. It's been so long. Like, just watch. They won't give it, and I'll end up finding their card in random loot. And all of this farming will have been in vain. Hey, that's fun. Can we just attack you? Not quite enough to kill. Oh, well. Somehow he did die. So that's great. Now, sadly, I'm gonna have to take this thing and I'm gonna have to walk all the way back. You know what? If I'm gonna walk all the way back, might as well fight some of these dudes on the way. So the shell that I picked up, I need to give it to that house in the southeast to complete the realm mini quest to get a bit of extra favor with Lister. This place. And if I'm gonna do it, I was like, okay, I might as well be doing a bit of farming as we go along. Give ourselves. Man, what? I thought this was gonna connect. Yeah. I mean, eventually it has to happen, right? That's just how reality works. Eventually, if you do it enough, it has. If I farm enough of these guys, assuming it's a non-zero probability, it has to happen. So guys, come on. I've paid my dues, just give me the card and we can all be happy. Like the thousands of you that I've killed. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but the hundreds definitely. The hundreds of you that I've killed. You're telling me none of you are carrying a single card. That's a bit hard to believe. I mean, at a certain point, I can only conclude that you guys are holding out on me. You guys are deliberately withholding your card. And, I mean, that's just not what friends do, you know. That's not cool. Or, you know, we'll hit a couple more of these, and then I think we'll just go to the next realm. Yeah, okay. We'll kill these three, and then we'll move on. Alright, well, no card so far, but we did our due diligence, and we tried. We did try. You saw how hard we tried. Oh, hey, look. We have a bonus of 373 already, and we're just gonna go into the arachnid nest. And we're gonna beat up Hydronox yet again. Alright. What are we dealing with? Less damage dealt is kinda bad. And is that possibly why we are oh no! They're also fused with wisps! This could lead to some interesting situations. Alright, I'll give you that. Okay, we get the bad outcome there. Excuse me, okay. Okay, well, let's I mean, so these guys are gonna be a little tough to kill. Just because of, I mean, like the quick way to kill them would be one person casts Reincarnation and the second person to move casts Rabid Dementia. Let's make the boss immune to spell damage again, because indirect damage is a pretty okay way to finish him off. Alright, 5 more enemies and a master. So yeah, so I do this. Mimic does this. But sometimes it can be hard to tell who goes first and who goes second, so I can't simply change the macros to reflect that. Okay, so immune to attack and spell damage, meaning we can only hurt the boss with indirect damage and nothing else. Excuse me. I do apologize for all the coughing. Right. 3 debuffs? Okay, that's good. We got pretty good luck with getting the high value options. Alright. This is gonna be the Might Master. We're getting really, really strong with these masters, because we've killed them so many times, and the bonuses we're getting for these creatures are gonna, I mean, they're already pretty high, but they're gonna get even better pretty soon. The more time we spend in this realm. Why am I slowing down this fight so much? No, I just felt like doing it the slow way. Just for a change. Just as a kind of a dress rehearsal for what the False God fight is gonna be like. Alright. There we go. Of course, in the False God fight, we're not gonna be able to do attack damage or spell damage. Alright, so you do that. And then you do this. There we go. Yeah, okay, fine. You can take less damage, make yourself even more tanky. Ooh, hey, you're a mimic. Good arbitration. You know what? Do that, and then you do this. And that has finished you off. Wonderful. Hey, look at that. Another Nether Stone for us to grind up. And the more of these we find, you know, the more comfortable I'll be turning more of them into Piety. Like, this one alone is gonna get us, what? Like, what was the exchange rate? It was, like a stone of 20 rarity gives us about 700. So a stone of 140 rarity gives us about 4,900, about 5,000 Piety in one go, if I'm doing my math correct. Yeah, because 140 is 7 times 20, so assuming it stays at a linear, like a linear increase the whole way, yeah, that's how much you would get. Yeah, and the portal has already shown up. Lovely. Here's another one. Another one gives us, that will give us approximately the same amount. And we haven't even gotten to, you know, the 140s yet. We're right now just grinding up low-level stones. Alright. Alright. Oh, hey! Treasure golem. And it doesn't matter how long we take, because treasure golems are never gonna run away. But we killed him anyway. And sadly, nothing special. Okay. Right, well... I mean, I don't want to summon enemies in this realm just because we're not instantly killing them because of their frustrating tankiness. So I'll go straight for the boss fight and then we'll go into the next realm after that. Well, first of all, we'll have to go back home. But yeah, let's talk to you pretty quickly. Right. Well, first of all, we should do this. And we're gonna have to maybe eat a few attacks. Not too many attacks. Alright. Start off with Clayman. Do some more Clayman. Now you can start doing this. You can do that. You can do this. You can also do this. You can do this. And you can do this. And do this. it'll take a bit of time. You know what? Do an Archangel's Blessing just to keep our people, you know, not at death's door in case this guy takes a turn and then does something that causes percentage damage. You know what? Let's try and keep you locked down a little bit. And I'll be amazed if he manages to survive. This turn, let's see. There we go. Lovely. Lovely. Wait for those completely unnecessary corpse explosions. Nothing in either of those chests, so we should get a spell. So, but before we get a spell, we get a... Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Anger management. That's interesting. Eternal Echo? Man, all of these are interesting. Alright, that. It's not for our build, but that's another interesting thing. I'm gonna take Anger Management. That's the only thing that I think we could maybe use in our build. And we're gonna get a spell now as well. And only a spell and no other useful loot. Alright. It's not bad. We can replace Major Resurrection with Mutagen, potentially. Potentially. Alright. Head back home. Excuse me. Again, I'm sorry for all the coughing. Head back home. Who did we have the bounty with? Was it you? Was it you? I've forgotten. But let's get the numbers up a little bit with the Life Guild. So let's set another bounty with you against Hydronox. Okay, so should we go ahead and make spells of mutagen? But then, hang on, it was a nature spell, right? Or was it not? Wait, so is it sorcery? There you go, sorcery. So let's make like, I don't know, 3 of these. And let's look at who has Major Resurrection. 2 of our party members have Major Resurrection. The you and you. Alright. You can directly equip this without even us changing the... Alright. So, first of all, let's upgrade... both of these all the way. Now, let's start enchanting. So, generous, yes. More charges, maybe. Or, I mean, better stat increases makes sense. Sure, and I think more charges, just in case we need to do something like that. And for the second one, again, generous. Again, better stat increases. And then this one can just be class swap death, so that our animators can equip it, and equip that. And equip mutagen. Equip mutagen. Yeah, I mean, it's superior to Major Resurrection in every way, because it does, both of them have large amount of health. And I guess I could have done casts on extra target, but I think better stats ultimately are more useful. And like the extra target would be random, and it would, like, the odds of it just randomly helping you would be pretty low. Hey, look at that! Another. We only had to roll once to get a good roll. However, we are gonna go immediately back into the Arachnid Nest because we have a boss fight coming up. All right. Let me also see how long we've been recording for. 34 minutes. All right, not too bad. 9 enemies in this realm, very crowded realm. And Ground properties are they're healing every turn, which means they have rebirth. Man, really. And again, they're weirdly tanky because because they have a damage reduction buff. So again, I don't think we're going to be doing any divination candle action. Poisoned, blighted. Blighted, that is great because we can just, if we wanted to, we can time walk an enemy to death. But obviously, we prefer to kill them out. We prefer to kill them outright. Alright. Man, what are you doing? Just die. Just die. Alright. Hey look, one of these dudes, you summoned a treasure golem, which is a very good thing. Ah, we get the bad outcome from you. Sucks. But not sure why that guy became suddenly immune. But that was annoying. Alright. You are the leech. Master. Good. Lovely arbitration. Let's do this, and then let's do that. That sucked, but I think we've yeah, okay. I think we're fine. And now we can do this. Alright. Easy win. The master fights are technically, in some ways, regarded as boss fights, or like mini boss fights, or like special fights. So certain things that you can do in regular fights don't really apply to those. So I don't feel bad about occasionally, you know, taking my time with a master fight just to make sure I'm getting it done properly. Titan's Wound is Mortem. Alright, let's wow, this is a huge realm. I've already found the net. Let me kill this nether boss. You're blighted, you're snared, that's all we need. I guess we could maybe encounter a few more cocoons, get more health. This enemy is gonna be, yeah, okay. These guys weren't too tanky. Maybe it's because of the extra health we gained. Maybe it is a good idea to go around the realm getting excuse me, a few more stat upgrades. Again, apologies for the coughing. It sounds a lot worse than it actually feels. It's just like my throat tends to get dry very quickly, even under like ideal circumstances when I'm not sick. So I always say I am not a natural commentator like some Let's Players. Even just talking to people normally, like if I meet someone, and you know, like we're we're out for a drink and I have to talk to someone for about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes, even then I start struggling and my voice starts to feel strained. So, it's, you know, it's a struggle. But you know what? We'll get through it. We'll get through it together. Alright. Well, I guess we've gone ahead and already explored most of this realm. Yeah, it looks like all we needed was a slight health increase, and then we would be doing... Oh yeah, there's that treasure golem as well. You piece of garbage. Okay, he's dead. Ah, he's back. Ah, one of them became immune. Okay. Good arbitration means you guys are screwed. Okay. Hey, look at that! Oh yeah, this is amazing. It's not the card we were farming for, but... I mean, well, this is actually wonderful. Because we do snare enemies a lot. This is actually wonderful. And it also means we found one card this round. This episode. Any episode where we find at least one card, I consider a grand success. And I believe we found that card from the enemy, because there are two ways to find cards, as a drop from the enemy or as just loot from any source of random loot. And because we were fighting arachnolisks in that realm encounter, I think what happened was one of them gave us the card. Right. Couple places where there could be chests. Here's one. And the other one is... Alright. That's fine. You know what? We're not gonna get this card unless we try. I am gonna only kill the ones that are on the way to our enemy. And I forgot that enemies have rebirth, so this is potentially gonna take long. You know what? Let me make a slight modification, because I think we can deal with this. So we just need to go to our macros, edit the reincarnation macro, add a line. If any enemy or hang on, if all enemies hang on. Let's just do if any enemy has buff rebirth, cast arbitration, or you know, greater dispel would work as well. And let's move the line. Yeah, that seems fine. Yeah. Because now we don't have to worry about rebirth, because we can just... If we don't get the start of battle arbitration, we have 2 turns at the top of the timeline. We can use one of them to cast arbitration, and then the second one to do our attack. as it so happens, we are getting really lucky with our start of battle arbitrations. Again, but I mean, it's still useful to make this change to our macro, because man, Dread White is putting in serious work. How many in a row has he done? And again, like he realized that we were trying to at least make part of his job obsolete, and he's like, nah man, you're not replacing me with a machine. But you see, it had to come to an end eventually. And so this is what we can do. If they have rebirth, then our macro will get rid of that rebirth. If they don't, then we just deal with them as normal. So this has completely, in most situations, gotten rid of rebirth as an annoyance. I'm glad I realized this. All right, Katarina. So why do these guys have... Okay, after you take damage, that's when you gain your buffs. That's good. So rebirth right now isn't really helping them too much. And we might get an automatic cast of arbitration anyway, so I think the more important... Oh! I don't know what I did. I think I tried to cast Star Pact. What I wanted to do was to cast Clayman. Oh, they're blighted as well, so if they take turns, it's gonna... Excuse me, so if they take turns, it's gonna end badly for them. Alright. Now, let's just do an arbitration. Get rid of your buffs. Yeah, this enemy is just having a bad time. Let's just do double feign death. Arbitration would have been nice. So let's just make that happen ourselves, and we could time walk them to death, but I'm gonna kill them personally. We're gonna have to buff ourselves a little bit more if we want that to happen. Actually, no, maybe not. There we go. And we got nothing from that. Nothing from either of the chests. Nothing from this loot. I was trying to just head home. Home is... Where is home? Home is there. Okay. Sadly, there are going to be no enemies to kill along the way. Very sad. Right. How long have we been going? 49 minutes, I believe, is time for one more realm. Alright. 435. That is definitely worth keeping. No boss fights means let's just go to a random realm. Alright. Alright. What have we here? have donated, right? I think my muscle memory for like donating at the start of battle has gotten pretty strong. But the downside is that because it's a muscle memory thing, I'm not really doing it consciously, and then I'm like, did I do it? I'm not sure if I did, but did I do it? I did, apparently. Sometimes I think that I need to trust myself more, but then I'm like, I don't know, man. Am I worthy of that trust? Because I sometimes make pretty awful mistakes. And why were we not at the top of the timeline? Why was somebody else at the top of the timeline? It was very upsetting. Alright. Nice, easy round. And I believe it's also a good round for some divination candle action. Talk to you. Alexandria is Damarel. Okay, good. Another treasure golem. That's also good. You guys are being annoying. That's not so good. Alright, let's summon some more of these guys. I mean, we just gotta keep going until it happens. Just gotta keep doing it until we get the card. Excuse me. Again, really sorry for all the coughing. Like, the thing is, even if I take cough syrup, I feel like it only works, or like some other cough suppressing thing, you know, like over-the-counter stuff. I feel like it only works for about half an hour, and then it just stops. And I'm like, I don't know what that's about. I guess everybody's body is different. Everybody responds differently to, you know, various medicines. For me, I guess things that are supposed to stop you from coughing just don't seem to work as well for me as they do for other people. Alright. We've already won this round, but we're not quite done. B and D is what we try to get, but we were not able to get it in that instance. I hate fighting griffins just because we've already completed their card set. There's nothing left for them to give us. I guess unless they give us a skin. That's a possibility. Alright, these guys are about to have a really bad time. Maybe not as bad as I thought. Maybe they are tankier than I gave them credit for. So I tell you what, do this. That was like, why did we all provoke? What happened? Mass taunt. Why did you cast mass taunt? Is that a... I don't even know, man. Is that a... I've never seen that happen. Like, has it been happening the whole time and I just didn't notice? I feel like I would have noticed. That's a very... Just the sound effect that plays from 6 creatures taunting in quick succession. It's a very distinctive sound. I feel like I would have noticed. Mass Taunt. It's not a spell that I have equipped on him. Maybe it's a thing that the artifact does? I don't know, man. Alright, what is left to explore? A few places. So while we go through them, let's summon some more company for ourselves. Just trying our hardest to get this card to drop. Will it happen? I mean, eventually it's gotta happen. Alright. Man, we're not getting the good outcome there as well. Also, wasn't there a treasure golem that we summoned in this realm? Which we have not encountered yet. So that's another thing that we've got to take care of. Yeah, didn't we summon a treasure golem? Am I imagining things? Oh, okay, there's big parts of the realm that we haven't even looked at. So let's go there, and let's see what we can... Okay, so we're not going to be able to use Rabbit Dementia to kill these guys. That's unfortunate. Maybe if we had all of our extra attacks instead of being limited. Am I remembering like some other realm? Because I'm not seeing a golem. Excuse me, I'm not seeing a golem so far. Anyway, let's just finish up. Is there... There is a treasure golem all the way to the bottom. I'm glad I didn't just assume that I was imagining things, because it would have been a travesty to leave a treasure golem just lying around. Now the unfortunate thing is that this guy, there's a good chance that he'll run away, because without our extra attacks, we're gonna struggle to kill him before he gets, you know, one turn. We're gonna struggle. And there's no way to snare or otherwise stop this guy from taking his turn. Alright. So... there we go. managed to kill him before he took his turn, and what do we get for our troubles? Oh no, who's done this to you? Quick, Darius, did you see? This is the funniest dialogue out of all of the... when I get through with them. Wow, yeah. Like, I love that there's at least one god who is so oblivious about what's going on in their own realm that they have no idea who killed the treasure golem. On the other hand, it's refreshing, right? Because everyone else, I mean, yes, we are in actual fact the ones who've been killing all these treasure golems, but it's still a little bit insulting. Everyone else just assumes we did it, right? I mean, it was us who did it, but like maybe they could at least give us the benefit of the doubt. Be like, maybe it wasn't you. Like Aneltha. Like Aneltha's doing here. Alright, we didn't get anything particularly special from that treasure golem, but you know what? You know what, it's at least we fought it properly and killed it. But yeah, it is great that Aneltha has no clue who did this. Who could have done this? That's just really funny to me. All right, we only have a few more chances to get this card in this round, because I'm gonna be calling it good pretty soon. 3 more enemies, and unless they're... I mean, I guess they are all pretty close to the exit, so I'll grudgingly go after them and kill them. Yeah, we still haven't found the card. Come on, guys. Come on. Just give it. You know I deserve it. You can't tell me after all of the clockworks, these experimental clockworks that I've killed. Jeez, come on. Alright. Let's just head home. Let's head home. Let's call it good. Alright, what did we accomplish this episode? Well, we beat Hydronox again, obviously. We beat another Nether boss. And we made a pretty good change to our macro, which makes it very effective for dealing with realms where enemies have rebirth as a buff. And we also found one card in random loot, an Arachnolisk card. Right, this would be a good set to complete, but I'm focusing on the resource sets early on. But yeah, so that was what we found in random loot. We also found a couple Nether Stones, and speaking of Nether Stones, we crushed a lot of Nether Stones to give ourselves a bunch of Piety, which we then used to unlock another relic. Only 2 relics remain. Only 2 relics remain for our Universal Gate of the Gods build. We will still have to unlock the rest of them for the achievements. But yeah, so that's a bit of a progress that we made, which I'm pretty happy about. So it shouldn't be too long before we unlock the other 2, and then we can move on to the next big project, you know, which is really going hard at the Gate of the Gods. But yes, that I think is going to be all for this episode. So thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode as well. And until then, take care.